Hi everyone, this is Ebony. Welcome back to my channel. So now you guys have heard my story as to why I decided to quit my job and open a senior daycare center. And some of you may be contemplating quitting your job, and some of you may want to open a senior daycare center as well. And I'm going to tell you the first thing that I did, but before I do that, click like and share, and then come and brew with me. So I am standing in the middle of my senior daycare center. It's actually one big open area. And what I did was I sectioned it off into 3 different sections so that we can have at least 3 different activities going on at once in the event that a participant does not want to do that one activity that we are working on for the day. But right now, you are contemplating quitting your job. You may not necessarily know what you want to do, but you're contemplating quitting your job. So this is for those that have thought about opening a senior daycare center. You want to open a senior daycare center and you have no idea where to start. So I'm not going to suggest that you do what I did. I did have a vision, I did have a plan, but I did not have any money. So I'm not going to suggest you do it the way that I did it. It is a good idea to have some money to get started, because marketing will be one of the most important aspects of running and having a successful business. So besides having a vision, having some idea as to what type of business you have to do, for me, I decided to open a senior daycare center because my mom is now living with dementia. I could not find a center that I wanted to put her in, so I decided to open my own. And one of the first things I had to do was come up with a name. That may not seem important to you, but it's very important because you can't use a name that already exists. So one way to find out if that name exists is you go to the Secretary of State website for your state, the state that you live in, the state that you want to open your daycare in, and you will be able to do a search on the name that you choose. You search for the name that you choose, and if that name is taken, it will tell you, and it will, sometimes it will suggest alternative names, or you can type in a name that's fairly close to the name that you're trying to take, and then you can choose that name. I can't remember what the exact fee is, but at the end of the whole process, you're going to end up paying I think around $325. So the first step is deciding on the name, going to the Secretary of State website, making sure that name is not taken, and securing that name. Tune in tomorrow and I'll give you step number 2.